Hello, hello. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday to you. It is a long week. Let me fix my phone here a minute. Hello, everybody. It's Christy. Welcome to my craft box. Tonight we are doing a thrift store makeover, and we are going to have fun with him. We are doing a flip on our little patriotic Nutcracker that I had got from Goodwill, right? Yeah, I got him from Goodwill. And I know I showed him I think it was just like Mother's Day weekend, right? Yeah, that's when I got him. So tonight we are going to turn him into an Uncle Sam instead of the firefighter. And we are keeping our elements for a special project that I am working on for someone else. So when you come in, hop in and say hello. I think I have pretty much most of my materials here and ready to go. So happy Friday to you. I know I'm a little bit later than usual, but that is okay because it is Friday and we have a long weekend. Some of us have a long weekend. I know I have a long weekend and I am super happy about it. So hello, Dawn. How are you today? Howdy, howdy. Happy Memorial Day weekend, girl. I know I'm ready for it. Ready for it. Okay. So tonight in my craft box, we're using stuff that we pretty much already have. I'm going to implement a flag. We've got some ink and some stamps and some fabric. We are doing a Uncle Sam version of the Nutcracker. So I found this Nutcracker. He is a firefighter, which I got at a thrift store. The bottom of him says Ricky 2008. So we are going to, yes, we are going to redo him to an Uncle Sam. And thank you, Ricky, for donating him. We have saved him from the pile, from the big old dump pile. So we are going to revamp him. So we guys, I was trying to figure out if we're going to take off the hat. I do not think we're going to take off the hat, but we are going to cover him. And we are going to take off some of his, some of the elements that make him into a firefighter. And we are keeping those elements for another project. So I'm going to try to keep everything intact. I did start to kind of pull this out of here. So hopefully that will work. And it'll stay in one piece. That's what I'm going for. Yay! It turned into one piece. Okay. And then I did pull this. This was at the front of his hat. It says number 1. So I pulled that off the top of his hat. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we've got this rope that goes to like his hose and like this. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. Hi, Tina. Hello, Tina. How are you? That's like his little rope because he's a firefighter, right? I may be able to get some of that glue off. I'm going to try to hit the heat gun with it. I think it's plugged in. And then I'm going to go ahead and take his little hose out of his hand. And this is where it's probably going to get tricky. Hopefully I do not break it because I think it's actually inside his hand. Like there's a little peg that goes in there. So I'm trying not to break it. I may need to take my heating gun. We'll go ahead and try and pull it apart. Hello, good. Hope you are too. I'm okay, Dina. I am okay. I'm just glad the week is over. Do you have I know you have a 3-day weekend, right? I'm happy for it, girl. We definitely need it. I've been really tired lately too. I don't know why. Same, yay. I know, girl. I know. Us hardworking people, we definitely need our breaks, and it's well deserved. Okay, so I'm going to work on this. Oh, you get 5 days off? I'm so happy for you. I'll take my 3 and be happy with it. I'll take my 3. Okay, so I'm just going to try to turn it and see what happens. I may have to just... I didn't think to pull that off. I don't think it's going to hurt him too bad. I'm so glad you get 5 days off. Oh, girl, you planned that good. I got a day off in July because I'm helping my son move. He's getting a new apartment. I'm trying to twist it off. There we go. Yay! Okay. See how he had his peg in there? That's what I was trying to pull off. I knew I was going to get it off. It was just a matter of when. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take this off. This is the little hose that he has. Now, I'm keeping all of these implements to the side because I'm going to do that another day. Oh, that's right. You're going to Fort Lauderdale. I forgot. Yes, girl. You go have fun. Okay. So this guy is a little older. I can tell because some of the glue is a little, I don't have a trash over here. Some of the glue is a little bit like yellowed, but that's okay because we're going to dingy him up. We're going to make him a little older looking, antique him a bit. And let me get my glue because I'm going to take some of that off. Or my heating tool. Let me get something off. I hope you guys have fun. I hope Aunt Diane has fun. Okay. So, I'll probably get the sander out. We're just going to sand him down a little bit. Now, I did get one of those little cheap, hello Wanda! I got those little cheap flags that you get in the stores, okay? Just the 99-cent ones. I am hoping it goes through the hole. I think it's just big enough. Now, what I did, guys, I know sometimes they're like rolled up. What I did is I just crinkled it so it kind of looks like it's a flag blowing in the wind. So it has that texture to it. Hello, Tanya, and hello, Wanda. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I think it's going to be perfect. Look at that, you guys. Look at that. Now he gets to hold his own little... Okay, I just wanted to make sure that worked. I just wanted to make sure it worked. Okay, so I'm going to get my little sander. And I'm going to make sure I have a sanding thing on it because the last time I was live, I think it was the last time I was live, I was sitting here sanding it on the Velcro piece and I didn't have the sand piece on it. So silly me, I was sanding it for nothing. So we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to kind of sand him up just a little bit, just in different places. Just because we want to make him just a little bit. He's already got a really nice tint to him. So I'm going to just kind of sand some of like the bottom. And I'm not trying to make it too, as you can see, it's already starting to come off a little bit. But I'm not trying to make it too bad. I'm just going to try to give him a few like rough edges. But you guys, I found him at the thrift store. He was $5.99 or something like that. And I thought this would be really cute as an Uncle Sam. So we're making him Uncle Sam. So I'm just going to kind of sand him up a little bit. Just to make him a little bit more rustic. I don't want to sand him off too much because he already looks like he has that antique look to him. Hello, Betsy. How are you? We are doing Fun Friday and we are making over our little Uncle Sam that we've got. Or that I got at the thrift store anyway. And then you guys, he has a few nicks here and there. So I'm going to go ahead and try to kind of get those nicks and get that part kind of sanded off. So you can't really see them. So it looks like it's supposed to be there. And you don't have to. And you guys, they sell just plain old Nutcrackers. Obviously, it'll take you a little while to paint him. You can work on him here and there. But you can also do your own. Or you can just repaint one that you find at the thrift store like I'm doing. So I'm just getting his belt. I don't really want to get his eyes because I don't want to take it away from him, but I'll get his sleeves a little bit just to kind of fade him out a little bit. And then we're going to cover his hat, so we don't really need to do his hat. But we can do the side of him. And you guys, he's going to be a really simple makeover because he was already kind of like that Americana that we wanted, or that we're going to use for this craft. So it's amazing what you can do with a thrift store makeover. I'm just telling you guys. When I saw him, I was like, I know what I'm going to do with him. So we're just going to make him a little worn and dingy. And he looks really cute that way. All right, let me get some of that paint is peeling off on his boots, so I'm going to leave that by, but that's okay, right? I'm going to do this part really quick. It's hard to get in because these arms don't move. Oh, and being creative. Laugh out loud. It all takes vision. Yes, yes, it does. You don't necessarily have to be creative. As long as you have a vision, you can make it come true. Hello, Anne. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining me. This is Christy in my craft box. And we are having fun with a makeover. He used to be a firefighter, but we are making him into an Uncle Sam. So that's what he looks like so far. We are going to work on his hat. So let me show you what I did for his hat. I'm going to put him to the side here. So what I did was I took a piece of chipboard. You guys, if you don't have chipboard, make sure you get some chipboard. It is pretty inexpensive, and this stuff can be used for so many things. I've used this chipboard so much in just my, just a matter of like a month. I've only had this. So what I did was I took the piece of chipboard because it's got a little, it's kind of like cardboard, but it's more flexible. So it's going to be a little bit more sturdy. So what I'm going to do is I went ahead and I took the piece of chipboard and I measured around his hat because we're going to leave his hat on. You can choose to take his hat off and make your own hat, but I'm going to go ahead and leave his hat on. And what I did was I kind of measured around the top part. So this is the part I'm going to glue it to. And now we are going to make his hat into an Uncle Sam. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue it right around there, but I want to make my pattern on my hat. So that's the part that we're going to work on. It's probably the most work we're going to do is make the hat. Hello, Raylyn. How are you? Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Dawn. Girl, you know my creative juices are flowing. So I also got some dingy material to make him like a little something, little sign or something later. So I'm going to put that to the side. I've got some stars too because I have a vision for this. I'm so glad you guys are here tonight. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I think I have too much. I'm not going to have a whole lot of red for him because this isn't even technically the right red, but I'm just going to put a little bit on here. So I'm going to cut a strip and I'm going to put a strip here, and I think I'm just going to make him a striped hat. We're not going to make him like a big, like traditional hat. That's the word I was looking for. I couldn't find that. I couldn't find the words. I can't find the words. It's Friday, you guys. So we're not going to make him a traditional hat. We are just going to make him a fun hat. And then we'll try to bring some of those details in with some of the other details later in the rest of him. So if I had like the perfect material, I'd make him a hat, but like a more traditional hat. But we're just going to kind of go with the flow. So I'm going to take this piece, and we can either Mod Podge or we can hot glue it. It doesn't really matter. I think I'm just going to hot glue it so I can just go ahead and boom, boom, knock it out. I don't want to keep you guys all night either, because I know you guys probably are getting prepared for any picnics, or if you're bringing something to somebody. I know our sweet neighbors invited us over, so we already went to Walmart, which is why I'm a little late doing our Fun Friday craft. We went to Walmart and got some stuff for the weekend, so that was something that I wanted to get out of the way and not try to do tomorrow, because tomorrow the stores are going to be nuts. Just everybody be safe and careful. It's definitely going to be busy out there with everybody, you know, getting their stuff. And you know, it's sort of funny, you guys. I went to my Walmart and we went to go get some soda. Not that we drink a ton of soda, but we did want to get some soda. And we couldn't find the soda. They moved the aisle. So I have no idea. We didn't end up getting any soda. So we'll probably just go to our grocery store for that and see if there's a sale. But
I don't know. They're just moving our whole Walmart around. It seems like that. It seems like they're doing that in a lot of Walmarts. Have you guys experienced that with your Walmarts? I know I have. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of lay out my pieces and how I want them. And I'll probably have them overlap each other to make it more like a, you know, rag look. Okay, and then I will take my piece here, and then we don't need a very big long piece, so probably just up to here. This is all the fabric I have left in this material, so I'm trying to kind of savor it a little bit. But it's got those perfect stripes that match his shirt, so I had to use it. And I'm just eyeballing it. You guys can, you know, go straight and all that stuff, but I just eyeball mostly everything I make because it doesn't have to be perfect, and that's what I tell you guys. As long as you have the vision, just give it a try. Practice makes perfect, you know, or practice makes almost perfect. Hello, Disc Cove Creations. How are you? We are remaking over a Nutcracker. We're turning him into an Uncle Sam. So I am working on his hat piece right now. Thank you for joining. Okay, so what I want to do, let me move this out of the way because I don't need this anymore. What I want to do is I want to kind of overlap a little bit on the other side and then on this side. That way it looks like a cleaner edge at the top. So I'm going to leave a little bit down here, and I can cut my excess off later. So we are just going to take our glue gun, and I'm just going to go like this, because you can always redo his hat later. You can even make it to where it clips like in the back and removable if you want to like change out his hat, but I don't know why you'd want to do that, but everybody has different choices and things that they want to do. So I'm just hot gluing, but like I said, you could definitely Mod Podge. Dawn is a sweetheart. She says hi to everybody that comes on. She never leaves anybody out. And she's got all of the crafters. She loves all of the crafters. We love you too, Dawn. You support so many of us, and we appreciate it. Okay, this one's a little thicker, so I'm going to try to do just a few different layers so I can hurry up and put it down real quick. I know, right, Tina? Look at this fabric. This is all I have left of it. I actually got this in Gainesville at a thrift store. It was part of a big pack. It was a quilter that donated it all. I got it from one of the thrift stores that your mom took me to. So you never know what you will find in the thrift store, but I got the whole bag for like $5 or something like that. And I was like, heck yeah. Because everybody loves to do patriotic crafts. I mean, how can you not? They're so pretty, just with all the colors. Everybody's been doing a lot of patriotic and graduation lately. Okay, so is that going to be enough? Let me make sure. You guys, I've been having some weird dreams lately. Have you guys been having weird dreams? Ooh, I think I cut this a little too short. That's all right. You know what we're going to do? We are going to cut the hat just a little shorter so that that fabric can come over without any issues. Because then it's going to circle around. sure I got that lined up right. I'm gonna cut it just a little bit more. I've been looking for this fabric again. I guess I can find the label and see where it came from, because this corner has the label on it. I just wanted to get a lot of that white in there. It says Robert Kaufman. It's Robert Kaufman. I'm not familiar with that brand or who that is, but we'll have to definitely Google that, because I do need to find out if I can still get this fabric. It's very cool. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to put a very, very small strip and then line it up. Just across this. But like I said, you guys can Mod Podge it if you want. I've even seen people like staple things like that together. Let me go ahead and line it up. And that glue does dry pretty quickly, so just be careful with that. And be careful you don't get your fingers. Hello, Old Timey Creations by Deborah. How are you? We are remaking a Nutcracker that used to be a firefighter. We are making an Uncle Sam Nutcracker. And I'm just doing it a cute, simple, easy way. All right, I'm definitely gonna put my finger savers for this one, because I'm gonna have to glue very slowly. Let me get another glue gun. Still have my wallet in here from earlier, you guys. I was making an order and then I just threw my wallet in here. I did have to clean my craft room up a little bit. As you guys, if you guys did not see my last live, my light fell and it was kind of funny. It was not anybody's fault. I did not get hurt, obviously, but I'm just so happy and thankful that my husband put it back up. Okay. These glue sticks ones are the longer ones, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue it in sections when I fold it over. So that way it's nice and tight and it gives us a nice clean line at the top. And we can always put, I'll probably put like a little inner section too, like at the top of the hat, you know. We'll use another piece of cardboard for that, or chipboard, I should say. Has anybody used the chipboards to craft with? That's what this is, the chipboards. I'm just curious if anybody else has used those for different things. We tend to use a lot of cardboard, but sometimes cardboard isn't always easy to find. Especially if your Amazon orders are coming in those little packages. They don't necessarily give you boxes all the time. Okay. So there we have our little hat. We probably will dingy this up just a little bit more too. But now we could either pull this in or we can cut it off. I think just to give it clean lines, we'll go ahead and just glue it in. And I'll probably do the bottom too. So we're gonna make it nice and clean around the sides. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Everybody, if you are new to my page, I started my page a little over a year ago and slowly been getting into doing more and more lives and more crafts. I do own a small business and I do local craft shows and I have an Etsy shop. So all of that stuff is at the top of my page on my dashboard, and if you guys have any questions, you can always message me. I usually respond fairly quickly. we're going to cut those little edges off because we don't need that. And then I'm going to go ahead and just do another little piece right here. And this just kind of gives us a little frame for his hat to go over it.
Hi, Veronica. How are you? Hey, Sharon. Sharon, we're making an Uncle Sam redo. We're doing a thrift over. A thrift over? Hey, I guess I made that up. A thrift over. We're doing a thrift store makeover, which is now a thrift over. Maybe I should start doing those. So he's going to be super cute. Okay, so here's his hat. Now, I want to see if I want to do this. Let's see if we can make this decision together. I'm going to take these off because I don't need these anymore for the moment. Hello, Kristen! How are you? Hey, girl. Girl, I've been looking for, as you know, my light fell. Well, I don't know if you saw it, but my light fell, so I didn't have a light in here for a couple days. But my light is back. I did not forget about you. I am still looking for some of that bear fabric. I'm still looking for you. See if I can send you some. Okay. So we have this option with the stars that matches his shirt at the bottom. So we can glue it on that way. Or we can do it this way and have the stars up top. And I will have to kind of scrunch this a little bit. May have to hold it together. Hello, Mom. So which one do you like better? Do you like the blue at the bottom or the blue at the top? You guys have to tell me. So this is the one with the blue at the top. And then, let me see if I can just get this to hold. Probably have to hold that for a little while. Or blue at the bottom. You went to Hobby Lobby? Bottom? Wanda says bottom. I'm thinking bottom too. I'm thinking bottom too. You like the bottom? Sharon, did you use your gift card? Okay. I like the bottom too. Bottom, Wanda? Okay. I'm thinking bottom too because that matches his hat better. So, we're on the same wavelength, girl. We're on the same wavelength. All right, I'm going to go ahead and make sure this is tight, but I also want to make sure, and of course I'm going to glue it with the crease at the back. But, yes. Oh, red on the bottom? Kristen says red on the bottom. I don't know. I like the way it matches his hat. So I think I'm going to go for that one. It's hard to choose. But I do want to make sure it's going to hold. There. Yes, I did, and more. Well, that's definitely the way I wanted to go. So I want to go ahead and I'm going to glue these pieces together. I'm using a sewing clip to hold it together. So let me put a little bit of glue where I just had it. And like I said, guys, you can sew it if you want it and stuff it with stuffing. This is just something that's really a simple thing to do when you don't have all those supplies or, you know, sewing machines, or if you don't sew and stuff like that. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit in the crease. And then I'm going to kind of pull it into place again. And I'm going to take my other sewing clip and put that in that place. And then I'm going to kind of use like this clothespin. This was a clothespin I was looking for the other night. I found it on my desk. All right. So that's how we're going to get the hat. All right. So I'm going to let this dry because this is going to take a few minutes for it to like tape shape and really hold. You could also, I'm thinking about it, You can see how it's inside, you guys. See how some of this is inside? You could also, just to give a little bit more brace to it, you could also put some glue in there.
So just to kind of hold it in place. So I think I'm just going to squirt a little bit of glue in there, just so it's a little bit extra hold so it doesn't go anywhere. Careful not to burn yourself. But you guys can find like scraps and make little hats just like this. This would be really cute. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I know you guys have seen the toilet paper firecrackers where they make them out of toilet paper rolls. And that's another thing I didn't think of. I don't know if it's big enough to go on this hat, but you could also take a paper towel holder roll and you can make a hat that way too. Like for this. But maybe we'll make some more tomorrow. I don't really have a lot of plans tomorrow. All right, so we're gonna put that over to the side and we're gonna put this to the side, okay? I wanna work on his little, I already have a flag. He's gonna hold his flag, all right? So we'll put that in there. We can glue it in place if we wanted to. So that way it's not flopping in the wind. But he has this thing, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to give him like a little scroll of some sort, and then maybe like a star on the scroll. Hello, Sheila, how are you? So you guys, I found these little stars at Christmas time. Always pick extra stars up at Christmas time because you can use them for your patriotic crafts too. This is the other thing I thought of, guys. I found this at Walmart today. Obviously, I have the other versions that we made in our Uncle Sam. Did everybody see this one? He was made out of a glass vase, and we painted him. And then I put the stars, they had picks, and then I put the stars in there. These are the picks that it came with. Okay, does everybody see him? I'm doing a lot of Uncle Sam things, aren't I? How many of us had to pay Uncle Sam this year? We won't get started on that. Okay, so I got this for $1.98. I was also thinking instead of the flag, you could make him have this in his hand. And you can, like, you know, make him a little bit different. It looks like he's holding balloons. I like that too. That's cute. So there's plenty of different, it's very versatile, okay? But I'm telling you, pick up some stars at Christmas time. We're going to go ahead and dingy up this flag a little bit. And then we're going to make like a little banner for him. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put some of my espresso, and I'm going to just kind of do my edges of the star. You can even take the whole, and if you have like the Tim Holtz distress inks and stuff, that's probably good too. I mean, that would more than work for this particular thing. I just don't have that fancy stuff yet. That's on my list to get. Hello, Mandy. How are you? Hello, Mandy. We are redoing our Nutcracker. I have to keep moving him out of the camera. I don't know why. We're making him over. He was a firefighter, but we're turning him to an Uncle Sam Nutcracker. He is going to be our thrift flip for the evening. So we're going to dingy just the sides up a little bit. And now he kind of looks, it kind of looks a little, definitely a little bit more definition. Sharon says, hello everyone. All right, let me get this ink off me. So I'm thinking we'll just go ahead and put a little banner there and then the star on there. But I'm going to put that in at the end. That should be dry now. What you can also do, guys, if you have one of these, you could use your ink and just kind of dingy this up too, so it's not so like plain. These are the ones that you just get from, like, I don't know, Dollar Tree or whatever. Sometimes you get 3 for $1. They're super cheap. We went to Walmart and then came back live.
Are we making it? Or...
I'm just having a salad. It's kind of whatever you want tonight. My daughter, everybody. My beautiful daughter. My beautiful, talented daughter. Did you guys see what she made me? She made me the cutest thing. I'll show you when we're done. I'm just putting a little bit of this ink on here, guys, because now we want to get, you know, want to get it all dingied up. He's already a little antiqued up, if you guys can't see. All right, so I'm just taking a little bit of this ink and brushing it around so it's not so white, because we want him to be a little ancient. After all, 1776 was a long time ago. Not that that was Uncle Sam's birthday or anything, but you guys know what I mean. Is that what they say? I don't even know. Okay, now this looks so much better. It definitely looks like it matches him more. I love it. I love it. Hi, Sandra! We're remaking our Nutcracker into Uncle Sam. That's what we are doing tonight. We're gonna make it simple, but it's Fun Friday, so we're gonna have fun. We're having fun, right? Okay, you guys. So I believe I have my numbers in here. I'm gonna have to find them because I did not pre-take them out. But I want to try to find my 1776. There's so much ink on all these. Oh my goodness, that's an I, not a 1. Let's see. Is that a 1? That's a 1. And I'm looking for my 7. Where's my 7? One of the stamps fell off the wood piece. Please hold. I'm trying to find it. Okay. There's my 7. Okay. So that's what we wanted. And then we're going to keep with the same ink just to kind of keep it together. And now I'm going to take my coffee stain fabric and cut a little piece off. And we're going to make him like a little scroll sign type thing. So let me see if I can find a piece here. Put it this way. I'm so glad you sprinkled me. I totally forgot your telegram said you were going to be live in 5 minutes. Oh, that's okay. Girl, we didn't do much. We just kind of sanded him up a little bit. And then I pulled his pieces off because he was, the fan is making him hide. Because I think we're going to go ahead and glue him in there. But he was a firefighter, but he had the patriotic look already. And I was like, we're totally redoing him. So that's all we're doing, girl. You didn't miss much. Okay. I had an idea. Do you guys just have an idea in the middle of doing something like, ooh, maybe I don't want to do that? I changed my mind. So I'm cutting that, but I'm also going to cut another little piece. Because I had a different idea. I know. I'm silly. Hello, Marlene. How are you? Hi, Pat. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. We are redoing our thrift Nutcracker find. We are redoing him to be a Uncle Sam. And I just had a different idea than I did in the beginning, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just changing it up all of a sudden in the middle of the day. Okay, so what I want to do here, guys, he had a hose. So if you just join me, he had a hose that, see how there's a little hole in here? This was attached to him. So I took this off. I'm going to redo the firefighter portion for another craft, another day. Hello, Kathy Corey. So what I'm doing today is I am
going to take this, I'm going to leave it there so I have something to attach, but I'm going to make him like a little tag that's going to hang down, okay? And he already has this like little flag in here, which we're going to go ahead and put together. But all I did was take his elements off, and you could repaint him if you wanted to, or you could take any Nutcracker that you find at the thrift store and repaint. But I just kind of sanded some of him off to make him a little bit more dingy, like, and antique looking. Hello, Lori. How are you, Lori? Okay, so I have this stamp that says United States of America, and I have my coffee stain fabric. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put our little star that we dingied up a little bit, and I'm going to put it at the top. And that's how I'm going to have him hold it, like he's holding a banner. Now, I could do like another flag or whatever, but I like him holding that flag. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. So I always want to make sure I get enough on there. It's always good to just give your stamps a little bit of a huff, because it keeps the ink more defined on your stamp. That's what I'm told. So there's a little banner. I'm sorry, you guys, there's a fan there. So that's why he's blowing. If it looks like he's blowing, he is. I have a fan here. I'm not trying to be a supermodel. It's just hot because I'm in Florida. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do there. Your flag is blowing in the wind, sir. I'm going to have to move it for the moment. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and figure out his hat. So I think I'm going to go ahead and figure out his hat first, but that's definitely how I want that. And then I'm going to put a little label down here, like that's coming off of his base, that says that's 1776. But I think I need to make it a little bit smaller. This is definitely too big. Okay. We'll work with that in a minute. So we made our hat already. Oh, you're back? You got kicked out? Oh, did y'all get kicked out? Hello, Lena. How are you? I'm sorry. Facebook has been very strange lately with lives and kicking people out. Okay, so what we did was we took our chipboard and we laid across our fabric the way we wanted. I just hot glued this, okay? It's not going to be traditional, but it's definitely going to have that same effect. And I know it has been, hasn't it? So then I glued it together. This isn't going anywhere. Now, his hat was a little thick at the top. I'm not going to take it off. You can if you want. I just don't. I kind of want that brim. It's not the same brim, but it works for what we're doing. So I just made the top hat part. And you could use anything like a paper towel roll or whatever. But I just kind of created my own. And that is how he's going to look. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to put a little bit of glue here and here. And then kind of stick it on there. That way it kind of stays in place. So I'm just going to do it around. It looks like he's yelling at me, y'all, because I picked him up and he looks like his mouth is opening like he's yelling at me. And make sure you leave your crease in the back. I almost messed that up. But you always want that crease in the back. You guys like my headband, y'all? It's Dollar Tree. I can't see like one person comment on another live. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. It says 7 people are on here right now. But I know that Facebook has been funny, Kristen. So it's not just you, trust me. Okay. So there he is. That's what he looks like. He's not much of a makeover because he already has like that look to him, but I think he's going to be really cute. All right, so I want him to hold this little thing that says United States of America. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of gather this right here. If you guys see what we're doing. I think he's going to go into the auction, you guys. So if you're interested, I'll be announcing the auction soon. Okay.
And I'm just going to stick my little star on there. You love him? He's really cute. That's for sure. Now, I am going to put a little bit, because it is wood. This is fabric and wood. I'm going to put just a little tiny bit of this glue, and then I'm going to use the hot glue on top too, just in case. So just a little bit, just to hold it in place. Stay there. And I'm going to hold this for a second. I'm so glad you love him. He's definitely different. I love nutcrackers. I know you love nutcrackers too, Sandra. Oh my gosh, I just almost forgot. I love nutcrackers too. I don't know. Hopefully I will be putting him in the auction. I might decide to keep him. He's just so perfect though for an Uncle Sam. Okay, I like that. I do like that. All right, now for the moment of truth. Actually, I'm going to leave that there for a second, and we're going to work on our sign, because I want it to stay, because I did put that other glue on there. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of make him a little tag for his base right here. So I'm going to put 1776. There we go. Just to give him a little something extra. I know, I almost forgot about that with the Nutcracker thing. I took my husband to see the Nutcracker. He'd never been, and it was the most great. It was the cutest little thing, because we didn't see like the professional like Russian ballet or whatever. We saw like a little like where they had kids and like, you know, actors that do all the little studios and stuff. It was amazing. Hello, Tony. How are you? Happy Friday, everybody. Okay. And we're doing 1776 across here. It's good to see you, my friend. All right. And I wish I had a star stamp, but I don't. Of course I don't. It's all right. Maybe I'll draw a stamp later if I feel brave enough. We shall see. But I'm just gonna go ahead and stick it on his base like this. I think I'm going to, should I accordion this? Maybe I'll accordion it. Hopefully I don't mess this up. Just trying to make that accordion like gathered fabric, like it's old. Oh, that's not bad though. All right, let me hold this together. Hello, Angie. Oh, you're in pain. I'm sorry to hear that, Tony. I'll keep you in my prayers, girl. I'm gonna start putting a little book next to me for all the people that need prayers. I am so sorry. I just saw somebody else comment, and now I don't see it anymore. Facebook has been very strange today. That is for sure. Okay. I'm going to take that piece off because I don't really need that. But there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now, we could go the extra mile, too, and put a star there at the bottom. But let's just see how it's going to look this way. If you don't like it, I can always take it off. I think it looks cute though. All right. That's what I was doing, you guys. Hi, Daria. Is it Daria? Hello. First time watching? Well, thank you and welcome. We're doing fun. We usually do Fun Friday. I'm Christy. I'm usually on a few days a week. We have fun here, usually in the evening. Sometimes I pop on during the day or put pre-recorded videos up. But we did a thrift store makeover, and we're making this Fireman Nutcracker into a Uncle Sam. Thank you so much. Okay, so it does say 1776. It could be a little bit darker, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to glue his little flag in, because I think this one is definitely a little bit better than this, but you have the option to do either one. Hi, Dory. Hi, Daria. You said it right the first time, Daria. Okay, so I should have went with my instincts. So I got Daria, I've got Dory. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I did not even have dinner yet. I went to Walmart to try to beat. Oops, I did not mean to do that, you guys. I only meant to put a little bit in there, but we gotta put our flag in real quick so it stays. I want to get in there before, it gets really crazy in Walmart. Okay, that didn't stay. That did not stay. So we're going to have to go back to plan A, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on this side. I kind of figured that was going to work better that way, but you never know until you try. I've never remade a Nutcracker before. There's a first time for everything. How did you find me, Daria? Daria. Of course, I said it wrong the second time. Come on, get in there. Just curious how you guys find me. I know I've been shared into groups and stuff before. All right, I may have to actually, this flag was not meant for him specifically, but I may have to actually put a little bit of glue just to kind of keep it from coming out. I'm gonna hold it in place. Oh, you love watching crafters? That's awesome. Oh, you were scrolling? Well, that's awesome. Well, thank you, Facebook, for showing me to Daria. We have fun here. I'm usually on a few days a week, and I like to be different and do different things. So, and I do try, different things. And on Thursdays, we do ATC cards. So we make cards and stuff. It's fun. And I always try to come in on Friday because it's Fun Friday. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at him. He's so cute. He is so cute, you guys. How do you like him? Daria, you're going to want to follow me because we make some really cute things here. This was the other Uncle Sam we made out of the glass vases from Dollar Tree. That's the other one we made. Aw, thank you. I found him at a thrift store. I still have the tag, which I will take the tag off, and I'm going to try to take that Ricky off. Whoever Ricky is, thank you. We saved your Nutcracker. But I found him in a thrift store, and I was like, we're going to remake him. So I think he turned out really cute, and we did dingy up his little flag. He's got his little banner, and he's got his 1776. I might try to dingy up this part a little bit, and of course take his glue strings off, but I think he looks really cute. What'd you guys think of the makeover? Do you guys want to do more makeovers? I gotta get feedback. Come on now. It's like those little surveys that you get on your receipts that they offer you, like big, I don't have big thousands of dollars to offer you in shopping sprees, but I definitely want to know what you guys want to do, so make sure you let me know. He did turn out really cute. So we took his little elements off, and I am going to craft with those. So we have his little, this was on his hat. I'm only sorry I didn't get to reshape his hat, but you can't really tell. You can't really tell if you turn him around like that. But look at, he's got his flag blowing in the wind. That's so funny. But we took his little hose. He's got his rope. That's from his hat, which it did chip, so I will have to fix it. And then his little axe. So we're going to be definitely upcycling this and turning this into a craft. I think I have something in mind for somebody. Hello, Petals and Pickets. How are you? Nice to see you. We are about out of time on our live, but you are welcome to go back and watch the replay. We re-thrifted. What did I say? I said something earlier. I gotta go back and watch my own replay, you guys. We re-thrifted this fireman Nutcracker into an Uncle Sam. So he was really fun to make. So he wants to wish you all a very happy Memorial Day weekend. And I will be back on, I might pop in a little bit tomorrow. I know I have some plans on Monday or Sunday, and then we are just kind of hanging out on Monday because I do have the day off. So whatever plans you have, whether that's traveling or just staying at home, I hope everybody has a wonderful Memorial Day. Of course, make sure that we always remember what it's about and remembering our loved ones that we've lost. Oh, you too, Tony. Hello, Teresa. Welcome, welcome. You've caught the end of my live, but you can definitely go back and watch how we re-thrifted. Was that what I said earlier? Re-thrifted our little Uncle Sam here. So, again, I will try to pop on with you sometime this weekend, but I hope everybody has a wonderful one, and I will see you next time in my craft box. Bye, guys.